Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 4120. Today's date is June 24, 2026. It's been almost like a night at 10:43 p.m. Okay, so there is a couple of things. Okay, I am like when my time got wasted, na, I feel like really angry. Yeah, literally angry. Like basically, it's this thing, na, ki what is actually one of the most important thing to me right now? My time. And my time is very very essential, and I wanted to utilize my time for as much as better purpose as it possible. Like basically it's this thing that na ki like like okay, what exactly happened? Like in the morning, okay, I'm gonna tell you my routine. Okay, and I love to follow my routine and love to kind of, because in my routine I kind of like simply set everything that what do I supposed to be do, and in that situation I can be more productive. Okay, so first of all, soon as I wake up in the morning, I kind of like simply do my kind of like simply record artifact and things and that. Then after that I kind of like simply play games, read books, then after that mop the floor and things and that. Usually is this thing till 12 p.m. I started doing my work. Okay, before that I was just playing those games, then kind of like reading my books, recording artifact and things and that. Then after that I kind of like do my work from kind of like 12 p.m. to kind of like a continue till 1:30. Then after that 1:30 I eat my lunch, and after I eat my lunch I continue doing my work till kind of like a 6:30 p.m. Okay, yeah. So how much time I spend? Almost like a 6 hour. Okay, yeah, almost like, yeah, 6 hours, something like that. Then 6 hour, maybe 5 hour, half an hour, maybe kind of like, because of that in between I'm kind of like doing a lunch. Then after that I usually went to work out, do my running, and after I run, then I also kind of like do my work. Like basically I went to run at 7 p.m, came home at 8 p.m, kind of like a shower and things and that. I have one window, 1 hour of window. In that particular thing I kind of like do my work in 1 hour. And then 10 p.m I just kind of like simply ate my dinner, record artifact, went to the sleep. So this is kind of like an entire structure. And even after all this thing I still feel like that, yeah, I'm kind of like somebody, like even after I'm kind of like somebody spending so much amount of time and doing my work, still I kind of like feel like that, yeah, I'm kind of like spending less time of my work. Yeah, because of that ki I just continue wanted to do this thing. Like literally sometimes I just wanted that ki, like, just try not to like just skip the workout and kind of like do my work, or kind of like somebody just continue do my work till kind of like till the entire night and things and that. Like I don't know how I supposed to explain this thing, but I love doing my work and I don't want to stop. Okay, and I just wanted to continue. And in that situation, if I went to the wedding, then oh my god, it kind of like a so much kind of like a feel like that ki I just like lost so much amount of time, because this is what exactly happened. Like this evening we have wedding, entire family kind of like went there. My father forced me to come there, so I went there, and my entire evening was got wasted. Like nothing really at all. I did my work till almost like a 6 p.m. But then after that, yeah, I went to work out. I did work out, that is really good. Came home and then I went to the wedding, and I just came. And after I'm recording artifact, I have to be sleep, because sleep is really essential. Okay, I cannot able to be jeopardize my sleep till 11 p.m. I have to be sleep, so I will gonna sleep. Okay, yeah. Okay, what exactly happened? Why am I kind of like so much paranoid regarding about the time? Like I am actually kind of like fixing a bug. Like there is a kind of like a bug is actually happening in my application, and that bug is a kind of like a very difficult to find, difficult to pull out, and difficult to implement. Okay, what is exactly the bug? Okay, so bug is that key basically is this thing in my application. There is a kind of like a error I'm getting, not error, it's a bug. Okay, that key if I change the username, so username change. Okay, but the previous artifact, like basically let's just say it's a kind of like a some lazy thing. In my application there is a kind of like a some screenshot bug. It actually happened. So what exactly happened? Right now today's date is let's just say 24 July 24 June, and I change my username to A. Okay, so this is my username. Okay, then at 24 of June I kind of like a post, I record artifact, I post artifact on my platform. Okay, now that artifact is a kind of like a stitch with a username. Okay, yeah, like a username uploaded at this artifact. Okay, yeah. Then what exactly happened? Then next day means like that key 25 of June. In 25 of June I change my username. Okay, yeah, I change my username to let's just say B. Okay, so basically is this thing, if I change the username, obviously is this thing that my everything like a where is my username should supposed to be resonate, right? But the problem is that the yesterday means like that key the 24 June that I record the artifact, that artifact is actually attached with username A. So that's why I'm carrying two username at the same time. Two username at the same time, and not just two username. If I change again like a next day, then kind of like a three username I'm kind of like attached in one profile, in one handle. And this is what kind of like a thing actually happened. Like every time I change the username, and if I post something, that post is actually attached with that username. Okay, so basically this is kind of like a bug. Okay, that kind of like somebody is this thing. Every time the username kind of like somebody created, if I want to create the username, I could create the username, but previous it does not change at all. Whatever the kind of like a previously artifact that I kind of like somebody recorded, it is kind of like attached with that username, which is kind of like a selected on that period of time. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of like a very big fork, and I'm kind of like a finding this bug. Kind of like really like I'm kind of like using agent, okay, Android agent to kind of like a finding this bug and things and that. But the investigation, like I was kind of like doing investigation after investigation, finding evidence after evidence after evidence. Okay, yeah, and after that kind of like I did the implementation. Oh yeah. Now implementation is a kind of like a way much different, like basically what is exactly investigation and things and that. Okay, so when you found a bug, like basically how I kind of like found a bug. So basically is this thing that key I in my application there is a kind of like a protect me. I wanted to understand, so I kind of like said ChatGPT. In my ChatGPT there is a kind of like a project artifact application. I said this is my application. In this particular section I found a kind of like a button that protect me. I wanted to understand what is exactly that button and things and that suggest me kind of like investigation prompt, so that I would gonna ask to the agent. ChatGPT kind of like suggest me the prompt. I will copy that prompt, put it into the kind of like assembly Android Studio agent, and now Android Studio agent kind of like investigate everything regarding about why is that thing and that. Now obviously this thing you might thinking that in one investigation you might gonna found a bug. No, nothing really at all. Like basically in the investigation kind of like you found a kind of like assembly, maybe a kind of like assembly a kind of like a thing is that you might have doubt that probably they have kind of like a bug over there. Then probably is this thing, whatever the kind of like a found whatever the agent kind of like a find, copy that data, put it into gem, put it into the kind of like ChatGPT, and ChatGPT kind of like a refine everything. Okay, we found a kind of like a something kind of like a bug, but we need to investigate more. Then suggest me more prompt. ChatGPT kind of like a suggest even more refined prompt. Okay, copy that prompt, do the agent, do this thing, kind of like do the back and forth, ChatGPT to the agent, ChatGPT to the agent, and things and that and that. Investigate takes at least like a probably how many attempt? Like 5 attempt. Okay, yeah. Like literally I'm kind of like a try to find kind of like a some bugs and things. The problem is that actually my project is a kind of like a very heavy project, almost like a hundreds of Kotlin files and lot of things. Okay, so basically finding this thing and that, and basically most of the bugs are not actually in the architecture. Like you have to kind of like run the architecture, then you kind of like find a bug. So you have to kind of like run the architecture, and this is also kind of like one of the biggest thing. Okay, because you have to run the architecture, do the Firebase, do the kind of like simply the log file, try to figure it out what exactly is this thing. Even if I'm kind of like simply using agent, but still there is a lot of things. lot of things I cannot able to be understand that key how does people are kind of like building this application without agent, because still I'm kind of like using agent, AI agent, and still it kind of like so fuck dude, like oh my god. Okay, but I don't know, this bug and this thing is just like crippled my mind and things and that. Like basically what exactly happened that key I was kind of like try to find the bug. I found the bug. Okay, I was kind of like try to finding a bug. Like basically I was kind of like doing this investigation since the morning, like 12 p.m. Okay, 12 p.m. to continue till 3:30. It took me almost like 3 hours, 3.5 an hour to investigate all the evidence, everything to find this bug. And when I found this bug, I was like, what the fuck? Like basically this is kind of like a very like basically just username does not change at all. Like every day kind of like a create new username. If I want to create like the old username does not change at all. This kind of like a really legit shit, dude. Okay, yeah. Like probably there is nothing really coding required. Like you just have to kind of like go particular thing and change kind of like a couple of things, codes, and that's it. Probably kind of like a couple of lines. But for that couple of lines, you have to find that line in hundreds of Kotlin files and things and that. Just like so much. Okay, it took me almost like a 3.5 an hour to investigate through AI agent to find this bug. Okay, after kind of like a 3:30 p.m. I found a bug. Okay, yeah. Then I proceed to the implementation plan. Now implementation plan started. Okay, yeah. I initiate the implementation plan. Now investigation plan is a kind of like something goes through multiple layers. Okay, it's not really kind of like we found a bug, go there, fix it. No, it's not. Okay, you have to find it, then verify it, and for that verify, runtime architecture should supposed to be established. Means like that the bug is actually kind of like a fix it or not. You have to kind of like a reevaluate. So attach your mobile phone as a kind of like a USB debugging, so that kind of like app run on your application. Agent will kind of like take control of your mobile phone and kind of like try to do everything regarding about kind of like make sure that kind of like some bug should supposed to be removed or not. Try to verify in every possible situation and things and that. Okay, yeah. And basically, and this investigation is kind of like only take almost like another 2 hour, 2 hour probably 2 hour, yeah. Then what exactly happened that almost like a 5:30 p.m. My father came and he says that he has to kind of like have work, so kind of like help him. I have to kind of like help. So basically I went there, and then after that the whole kind of like some operation stop, the implementation process stop. Why? Because of that ki basically is this thing you have to kind of like basically is this thing agent is try to kind of like ask you to access. You have to press yes every single time, like basically agent is kind of like try to ask you things and that I already press always allow, but still agent always ask me to yes, press yes. That's why I have to be stay there in front of the computer. But my father kind of like assembly asked me to do some sort of thing. I went there, and suddenly something like someone kind of like a turn off the Wi-Fi, internet was gone, and then whole plan just fuck. Yeah, literally just like fuck. Okay, so at almost like 6:30 p.m. I kind of like see my computer and say the operation stop. my head is just like, what the fuck? Like basically this thing, I spent almost like an entire day to kind of like a finding this bug. I found this bug. I tried to fix this bug. When the implementation actually happened, this fuck happened. I am not really sure. And this is kind of like one of the biggest bug. Okay, yeah. So basically, what's actually happened na? Ki right now, like I will not gonna touch the computer right now. Okay, after this record artifact, I will went to the sleep. Okay, I will not gonna touch, because if I touch the computer, if I try to fix this thing, I might gonna wake entire night. I don't want to. I wanted to sleep, so I will gonna sleep. Okay, but basically is this thing tomorrow. What exactly is this thing? Then I have to be kind of like a investigate that ki bug is actually resolved or not. So kind of like a create another investigation prompt, put it into gem, put it into kind of like agent will kind of like investigate, then it kind of like a say, okay, we fix this much kind of like a only process and this much kind of like a remaining, then try to do this thing and that. It's a kind of like, it's not kind of like somebody that na ki you kind of like a download it and kind of like somebody you stop internet kind of like a gone, then probably kind of like a download started from 43% because it kind of like a download 43 and then rest of the download started from 43. No, it's not. It's a coding. Okay, yeah, it's a lot of thing actually happened. Like if you fuck up one mistake, then the entire thing is actually gone. Then you have to be kind of like investigate everything from to kind of like a things and that and just like. So when this thing actually happened, I just like lose my mind. I lose my mind. Literally, I just kind of like, what the fuck? But still, whatever, I decided that let's go to the workout. I went to the workout. I came home at almost like 8 p.m. And as soon as I came home, my father says, come to the wedding, come to the wedding, come to the wedding. Like, I'm not kind of like try to, but literally just like that, na ki, yeah, I don't want to go to the wedding, but like sometimes na you have to kind of like stay with your parents na, then you have to do this obligation. Yeah. Like a family things and that. So I went to the wedding. Now basically my father is a kind of like somebody so like the wedding is kind of like my father is kind of like somebody so hey like for like a hurry, like he was kind of like somebody like calling me from 7 p.m. that ki like come to the home, like came home for quickly. Like I was kind of like doing a workout, father kind of like say come home quickly, we have to go to the wedding and things and that. So basically this thing, I did my workout. Okay, I came home and I kind of like somebody showered and things and that. And then after that at 8 p.m, like just 8:30 p.m, I went to the wedding. Now what I was kind of like expecting, okay chalo, maybe just like 8:30 p.m, like just say let's just eat it and let's go home. Okay, I have to fix the code. Then what exactly happened that ki the wedding is not even started. The wedding started at 9:30 p.m. Okay, like basically the groom is actually arrive at the hall at almost like a 9:30 p.m. Okay, then wedding started at 9:30 till 1 hour 10:30, and then 10:30 people will started kind of like eating the food and things and that. Fuck. Now it's not really that I would kind of like leave my father and kind of like came home. No, it's not. Obviously, is this thing my rest of the family also went there too. So like this is kind of like really fucking me a lot. Yeah. Like when this stuff action, like basically I just kind of like spend entire day to kind of like fixing the bug and things and that. And I was kind of like so close to kind of like fix the bug. Something happened and my entire day was gone. Entire day, entire effort, that thing is gone and things and that. Shit. Yeah. Who do you want to blame? I don't want to blame anybody. It's kind of like a thing that na ki, okay, like I realized something in my life. Okay, that ki nothing is right, nothing is perfect, nothing is good, and nothing is like there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no like a right consequences. There nothing really at all. It's a kind of like a thing is that na ki sometime things happen you can't control. I didn't really know I have to kind of like go to the wedding, but like I have to be like basically my father kind of like insists me, so I went there. Okay, so do I blame my parents? Do I blame my father? No, not really at all. But it's a part of life. Okay, yeah. Sometimes you have to win, sometimes you have to lose, and things and that and that. I'm not blaming anybody. Okay, but still, okay, kind of like a feel like that. Ki whatever the effort that I put throughout the rest of the day, it's just gone. Nothing really work out. So feel little bit of kind of like a betrayal of things. Probably, yeah. Whatever. My kind of like a mother and my sister haven't really came from the wedding because like basically it's this thing that ki they are kind of like waiting for that ki like they will kind of like eat the dinner and they will kind of like give the gift to the bride room, took a photo and things and that. They might gonna come at maybe almost like a 12 a.m. and if I kind of like stay that period of time, I will kind of like lose myself. Because let me tell you one thing, what I was kind of like doing in that wedding. I ate my dinner. I was kind of like sitting there and just playing my chess. I played 1 round, 2 round, 3 round. I play with Oscar. I play with I'm kind of like using Duolingo, by the way. In the Duolingo, there is a kind of like a chess match. So I was kind of like playing there. I play almost like a 2-3 round, and then after that, I also get bored. Like literally just like that. I feel like that. Just yeah. Like I was kind of like waiting that when did I kind of like went home and kind of like try to fix and things and that and that. Right now I came home, but I will not gonna fix a bee. Right now, after this artifact, I will just sleep. Okay, just sleep. Alright. I don't know. I have kind of like a lot of frustration to kind of like say. That's why I'm kind of like I kind of like decided that I will gonna ask question to myself, but somehow this kind of like a frustration I have to be released. So yeah, whatever. This is it. This end, and thank you.